Hey, thanks for stopping by the page. This episode's coming up. What should they do, guys?
You need to hit the like button, the subscribe button, all the buttons.
Welcome to... My voice is still stopped, bro.
What?
Welcome to the 2025 recap show, episode 429.
429 de Mario.
It's the off season, boys. Wait a second. It's the recap show. It's not the off season. Where are we at?
It's all that. It's all that.
We're in a bridge. Is 5 questions back? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. How you guys doing?
How you guys doing?
I'm good. It's the recap show. Yeah. I mean, we're doing a little bit of a recap show, and Ro didn't say it.
I'm moving on.
According to the text chain today, there is no recap show.
I'm moving on. I got yelled at in the text chain.
We don't even have to talk about the game, apparently.
I'll talk about the game all you want.
I'm hang on a second. Observation. We were all at the same game together, correct?
Bro,
Yes.
you are cooked, bro.
Is there a reason why your voices are fine? Didn't cheer, did you? You guys chose to just sit on your hands. Ro sat on his hands. I was next to Ro. Ro didn't cheer for shit. He was just sitting there like a statue. But obviously Scoop didn't either. I yelled. Meanwhile, my wife can't talk. I can't talk, screaming the whole goddamn time.
Yeah.
We're outnumbered 7-3.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh,
I yelled at the lady behind me once.
Maybe 8-2.
This is sad. This is sad. Let the record show. This is sad.
Is it that here? No, I voiced my opinions plenty. I didn't scream to the extent
on third down when we needed you to scream.
Sure, I did.
Did you?
Sure, I did. But I also know how to control my vocal cords without hurting myself.
Said the singer.
So I did such.
Mm-hmm. Yelled from your diaphragm, did you?
You want to? Yeah. You want to know why? You want to know why?
Yeah.
I didn't want to sound like you.
Well,
I didn't want that pain. That I know that hurts.
Oh, it doesn't hurt.
Oh, it hurts.
It's annoying.
I will tell you, it hurts right here for me.
That's right.
Yeah.
It hurts.
Right
it hurts.
Here.
Yeah.
So
I'll talk about the game all you want. Look, I'm
go
it's
there.
crazy.
Let's go.
What? Oh, we're going down?
Yeah.
Go.
Flight 72.
Let's go.
Product there.
I don't pay attention to idiots.
And damn well you should.
All right.
Yeah.
The national championship.
It's 48
game.
hours. It's 44 hours past. I am moved on.
We lost 27-21.
We did.
It was a brutal loss only because Miami was better offensively and defensively and blatantly lost this game with the third fastest special teams.
Yeah.
And that makes it sting.
That sucks.
It does.
It does. Like it's one of those things where you don't. None of us brought it up. None of us had a key to the game, had anything to do with special teams. Yes, Ro, go ahead.
No, I wanted to because I thought it went without saying that. Like that was the facet, and I got something to say here. But go ahead because
No.
I only wanted to really recap two things. And
go ahead and give us your recap, Ro.
All right, the University of Miami Hurricanes are short at 6, mainly because 2 plays kind of stick out. You can have more, obviously, but the 2 for me that stick out, obviously there's an interception at the end of this, and then obviously there's a block punt. Okay. Interceptions to me, they're part of the game. I don't necessarily agree with Carson where it's like the cornerback made a great play. It's a cover 2. You're not holding anything underneath. His job's to get deep. He did. You kind of threw it short. He wasn't looking. Ball gets picked. Horrible time to have a miscommunication, but it's football. I understand that one. The one that I don't understand is the blocked punt, because there was a player on that particular block punt whose effort was so poor that you have major media personalities. No, I'm just telling you.
That was a fake account.
Well, what I'm saying, okay, that's a fake account, but it's to the point where people are speculating it was point shaving,
Bro,
right?
you don't do
but
that.
No, but look, Toast, it's the one thing where you got to be brutally honest. Give me better effort than that. That's all. Look yourself in the mirror and realize you cost your team at a chance of a national championship because your effort was that. You couldn't block them. It was punt safe. Punt safe. That's life. And you couldn't make an effort.
Well, it's like he passed them off. Like he thought there was someone to his right.
You couldn't make the effort. Like you're the only guy on the right side.
To the passed him off like
he was passing him off to the punter.
That's the thing that just drove me crazy because like literally I'm watching it. I'm there, Toast, and I'm literally I'm looking at Franco, and all I said was no. And I said no, and I saw it happen, and they scored, and I'm like, and immediately at that point, you want to know why I became a statue? Because you don't overcome things like that in a national championship game. You just don't do it. And it took one player. When they say it takes 11 guys, that guy. Yes, we don't call people out, but why do we got to put kid gloves on right now? Why do I got to put kid gloves on? Your effort sucked. That's it. It sucked. You let a guy in punt safe come by you. He blocked the damn ball. That's on you, and that's fine. We'll move on. I've moved on too. That's the only thing that's bothered me. We lost because of that. We'll talk about the interception later. But on a special teams play, and I'm like, I was so mad and despondent after the game. I'm like, whoever's the special teams coach, fire him because somebody's got to fall on the sword there. Somebody. Like, you can't have that happen in a national championship game, and it cost 7 points. We lost by 6.
No, I would just say, Ro, first of all, I would just say in general, anytime this happens, we can't go right to check his FanDuel account. Like, we can't be living in a world where every time someone screws something up, there had to be a prop bet on it. Like, are we really going to, I mean, I don't want to live there. Secondly, Ro, if you don't miss a field goal and claying it off the upright, you're only down by 3. You're not pushing for a touchdown or that interception late. You're pushing for a field goal to tie it up. Toast. So I'm just saying, Ro, I'm just saying on the other side, like, with all due respect, we knew he could be a weak. If you want to get pissed at someone, we knew this was going to be a weak point from the start of the season. We saw his stats. We never saw the kid from Texas. I'm just saying, Mario rode with him, and during the playoffs, he was not good.
No, he wasn't. He missed a lot of kicks.
I'm just saying.
But Toast, to me, that's a 50-yard kick. That's not a give me.
But he's really good over 50. That's where we got him.
But what I'm saying is, he missed everything kick.
Under 50.
When you look at the effort, he tried to kick for a 50-yard kick. He had the leg. He barely missed it. I get it.
I got you.
I got responded to by Borregales' mom because I wanted her to be on the Phillip Rivers plan of childbirthing, which she responded and said, I want more kids in college. I got you. I agree with you. If we had a kid with the last name Borregales, we're within another score. But to me, that one had effort. The other one did not. It did not.
All right.
You had to be completely lost in it just sucks, bro, because it really comes down to, and that's what they say in close games, it comes down to a play like this. Is it fair just to single that one out? No.
Question.
Am I being overbearing? Yes. But when you look at that play, it sucked, dude.
I have a question for you. Is he normally in that, or was that normally shot?
I couldn't tell you.
No, Brock Shaw hasn't played, but very little.
I wasn't sure. Is that always his spot on punt cover on punts?
I don't. Look, I
don't know.
I completely agree with you. It's to me, and I'm going to tell you, this is a personal issue with me. I don't appreciate the effort, right? Nobody does. Nobody looks at that and goes, "Wow, that's commitment." Now, granted, maybe he's really committed and a really good player otherwise, and he blocks really well otherwise, and he's always doing what he's supposed to do, and it was a mental lapse. I don't know. It looked as though he forgot, he completely forgot what he was supposed to do in the moment. That's how bad it was. Now, here's my personal issue with that. Maven is standing next to me on the seat because she can't see over the people in front of her, so I let her stand in the seat the whole time, right? She's standing next to me. The punt gets blocked. They recover for a touchdown. Immediately, she's bawling. Oh. And I'm like, you fucking piece of shit. was my initial thought. I didn't say it out loud. I didn't even really say it here. Please beep that out. I didn't mean that towards anyone. That was just my initial thought of basically you've got to be bleeping kidding me.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at it. I'm seeing it. Rose's seeing it. It's punt safe, and this guy is free off the end. And here's the second part. That's a big boy. That's a big boy. That's not even a flyer. That's not even a dude that's got any kind of speed. He just rumbled himself back there.
No, but he waved him past and created a little wind drag for him, and it
So I had to deal with that. So that moment in the game changed the entire complexion of the game for me and my daughter, because she then sat down the rest of the game.
The only thing that Bauman was missing in that moment was the things the air traffic guys on the tarmac had, the directional, it's right there.
You want to go this way.
We want to go this way, brother. This is the way to go.
So I feel your pain in that row. I feel it for a completely different reason. It definitely sucked.
Toast is going to feel this. We got Bill Bucknard. That guy might as well just went right underneath his legs to make that block. I mean, that was as bad as a whiff.
No, it was brutal. It was brutal.
It was bad.
Listen, the minute it happened, we all knew that was game. With all due respect, we were going back and forth. But we all know that when you miss a field goal and when you give up a block punt for a touchdown, and you don't have any turnovers you're not winning that game.
You're certainly dejected. There's no question.
Right? We still had a chance.
My head went straight down. I said,
I
was
silent.
No. I was silent.
And that's our gift, right? Because we've seen so much football. So that's when we immediately knew. Because my son, after the game, my son was there, and he's like, Dad, when that blocked the punt, and I see what you were saying, because at the time I didn't know why all you kept saying was no. I said, because Franco, I knew at that moment it was doomed.
I heard the drop in my head over and over again, Jenners.
Yeah.
Nonstop. On loop.
I hate this team.
No. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
It's not good.
Oh, no, product dick.
No.
Oh, no.
This is not good.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah, it
not good.
And
this is really not good.
The thunderous boom of that dude blocking the punt.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it just echoed around Miami. It was terrible. Now, for the last 23 years, it was a guaranteed tuck your head between your knees, tuck your tail between your knees. You're cooked. You're done. Mm-hmm. You could have left.
Yes.
As a Canes fan at that very moment.
We lose that game by 20.
Zero chance cases. We're coming back number one, and then we're not getting boat raced the next quarter and a half. Right? Not this team. Not this team at all.
And they put him in a chance to win.
The next drive, touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right? To make it 17-14. This is a different squad. It's a different mentality. It's a different culture. Was.
Well, no, but I think culture goes to the next class as well. Culture doesn't leave, Row. The guys in that, you know what I'm saying? That's
if it's done,
so that's why I'm hoping it was culture.
We'll see. If it's done right, which I think it was, and the right kids are in the building, then the kids that are staying that are in the building will be able. Look, you've got Fletcher, you've got Malachi, you've got some dudes on both fronts. I mean, you look at this defensive line. I was looking at because I'm like, fuck, man. We're losing Bain, we're losing Messidor, Moten potentially. I hope he stays. But if you have Moten and you have Scott and you have Blount and you have Lightfoot and you've got the two dudes that came as Scroggins and you
got the edge coming in
and the other guy, and then you bring in the guy from Mizzou, you're reloading. Are they the same character guys? Are they as good? I don't know, but they don't have to be. We know this. Nothing has to be the same.
Right.
They don't have to be as good, potentially, if our safeties and cornerbacks are maybe a little better. If our linebackers are maybe a little better, the defensive line doesn't have to be as good. The defense as a whole doesn't have to be as good. If our offense is more effective, right? So how does that happen? Well, maybe that happens with a new quarterback, obviously a new quarterback, and you've got a different set of wide receivers on the field, which you're going to have aside from Malachi. You've got two guys coming in. You've got guys that have been here, and then you've got a guy named Wingo who is quite possibly one of the top 3 receivers in the country coming out of high school. So it doesn't always have to be the same to be as effective.
That's transitional, and I agree. And I on all parts, you mentioned it because I feel like we were one Cam Ward away from a national championship. And I mean this in no disrespect because the season's now over, but I do want to bring it up, and I hate to be the poster child for bad news as I start my first couple comments on this pod, but 3 of our games ended this year, last final offensive play as interceptions. That's just the reality. It's not taking a shot at Carson Beck because he put us in the situation and we got farther than we expected, and we have to tip our cap and we have to say thank you. That's the overriding sentiment. I don't want that to get lost. I don't. I do also want to say that the Miami Hurricanes lost 3 times because the games ended in interceptions on offense. Obviously, we have a chance to go win number 6. Quarterback throws a bad ball, it's intercept, right? And then you get the naysayers come out. That's just who he is. This season, that's kind of who he was. Like, there was a couple back-breaking picks late in games. It wasn't always that way throughout the season. I wouldn't say he was loose with the ball, but when it mattered, Louisville, SMU, national championship game, there was an interception. And I think it's one of those things. As we're transitioning, he did great. I think you can upgrade at that position. Sorry. Sorry. Get mad at me all you want. It is what it is. I just feel like we were one quarterback away. And it's no offense. Like, Carson Beck's probably going to get drafted, have a shot to play in the NFL, and hopefully he does great and represents to you. It just was one of those things where it's like, hey, when you needed him the most, kind of hurt you.
Yes, but you got to look at the other side of it as well, right? He also drove down the field to beat A&M. He drove down the field to beat Ole Miss.
Well, Mark Fletcher drove down to beat A&M. Ole Miss was him. There was 3 out of the 4 playoff games. The one he owned was late in Ole Miss. Texas A&M really didn't have a great stat line. Against Ohio State, it was Mark Fletcher show once again. And then later on in Indiana, he was asked to manage the game. And when we needed him to win, what did their defensive coordinator say? We're going to play straight zone because we're going to go ahead and pick this guy off because I don't think he could beat us. They won. That's how they won. They're like, let Carson Beck beat us. And that's the thing, right? Where if you have a quarterback from a year ago and you hate to play this game, they're not going to do that because he was the most dangerous man alive on the field. So if you get somebody who has that killer mentality, like, we're going to win the national championship, guys. I'm not going to throw this ball. It was a bad ball. That was heartbreaking too. Again, in hierarchy,
bro, it was a ball that was thrown with 32 seconds left. You had no timeouts left, and he had to get he was at the 50, and he's going to have to get a touchdown. I'm just saying, the fact that we're going to harp on. Listen, if you want to give him a hard time for SMU and for Louisville, that's fine.
Hold on a second.
If we're going to pin the national championship,
I'm not.
The gutsy ass runs he had against Ole Miss, piling on him. Are you kidding me? Was it? I mean, I'm sorry, dude.
I'm not piling on him.
He needed a leader on this team. He provided leadership.
That's why I started off thinking him. My hierarchy goes like this: the blocked punt, because that was effort. That was piss poor. That's number 1 for me. Slide down. The one guy tried a 50-yard kick. That doesn't really bother me. He missed. It's part of the game. It was 50 yards. It wasn't 20. It wasn't 30. That's explainable to me. Carson Beck, that's explainable to me too. He just threw an interception late when it mattered. It's not the one that I'm going to pin it on and say we lost because of that interception. We didn't win because of that interception. We lost because we got a blocked punt because of effort. That's where I'm hanging my hat on. We didn't win because of Carson Beck. And the thing was, there was 3 times this year we didn't win because Carson Beck threw an interception.
That's all I'm saying. Quarterback that's won 13 games in a season.
No, and that's why I started it, Toast, by giving him credit.
You did it though, bro. It was like a quick boom punch, and now I'm gonna fucking
because
take his
it's
ass
both
down.
things. Because both things can be true. Okay. Because both things can be true. I could thank him and say thank you for getting as far as we possibly could, but you also lost 3 games with 3 interceptions.
Okay,
what part is false?
That's fine. But the first two of those losses had no impact on the season, it turns out, because you still made the playoff.
No kidding. And then that's what I'm saying. I just said
in the last interception, your back was against the wall. You were forced there because your special teams completely let you down, and you were in a situation where they knew you had to throw it. Yes, it was a bad throw. Yes, it could have gone to the boundary. 100% fine. Yes, fine. But they knew you were going to throw it because you didn't have a choice. Because you were in that position, you needed a touchdown down 6 with 30 seconds to go.
That's why when I talked about it, I wasn't screaming about it. I was screaming at the punt. I'm just saying that we had a chance to win. We didn't win with Carson Beck. He didn't lose us the game, Toast.
All right.
I mean, if we want to be technically correct, there was 52 seconds left in the game.
Okay.
And they were at the 38.
And Malachi was open.
I don't love the Malachi was open there on that dig because that guy was there to jump it. What I will say is CJ Daniels up the sideline was by himself. So I think CJ was actually more open. Now look, they say it was the right read. The defensive coordinator said it was the right read. The problem I have with this, and here's the question, right? And Ro, I know you're not doing a student of the game on this.
Nope.
But here's my question on this play. You send Marion on a 9 route, right?
Yep.
You know, everybody knows that they're going to be in a
coverage
zone, shell, right? Everybody knows it. Nobody is to the field side anywhere underneath that corner.
So that's what I'm saying when he says it was a great play by the corner. I'm going to call bullshit because as a quarterback, if you're not leveraged, if you know as a route that I have nothing underneath to leverage the cornerback done, his job is to get deep on
back. You got to play.
That's how Georgia lost their national championship because they didn't. They had 2 verticals, and it's like he didn't understand the premise. But when you don't have anything leverage you underneath, you get deep. That was the difference. And to me, and I'm like, if you don't have anything leverage, you got to anticipate that corner.
Here's the question. Here's the question. Was there supposed to be? Did he think there was going to be somebody there? That's what we don't know.
I don't know.
Because we don't know that. Because you can look at the field. It's fine. There's 50
I'm
yards
off
of
what you
space.
Say,
You know what I mean?
I don't want to watch the play again. The fan part of me came out because I'm not trying to rewatch ESPN clips.
I'll tell you that Marion runs
if nobody's under, then the corner's supposed to get deep.
Of course he's going to drop. Of course he's going to drop. He's got to take his corners or his
it's a great play by the corner. That's what he's supposed to do. It
wasn't a great play by the corner because nobody was underneath him. That's the truth. If you want to look at the play, nobody was there.
So then he did his job.
He has to fall, but of course he does.
Yes. So it's a bad throw, interception.
Especially on the field side. Especially if you're offense and you got Beck into the boundary, of course you're falling. You always fall back on the field side. Even if someone is floating over there, you're going to be deeper than you would be is if you were into the boundary.
Football because they're well coached. They're gonna if they try to take a shot, that's your.
So that's why I was like,
underneath. They can't
why is
beat
nobody
you.
Underneath in that.
They
route?
can't beat you. They can't beat you underneath in that. So stay deep because they can beat you deep. So that's what you're going to tell your DB. Stay deeper than the deep. I didn't agree with that either way. Thank you, Carson.
Yeah. So what I will say, I get where you're coming from. I will say this: for $4 million, I would have expected a little more this season from him offensively. It was a much more tamed down off for a quarterback costing them. With all due respect, it seems like I'm not so sure that Emory couldn't have run this offense this year. No, come on.
Don't go crazy, bro.
He's going to East Carolina.
Yeah,
look,
I like Emory. Look, hey,
you didn't expect
Carson Beck played
really
really well in a lot of games. Like as we said in the beginning of this entire season when we had Roddy on and we talked about it will look completely different. He's not going to have 4,000 yards through the air. Yeah. It's going to be much more efficient, right? He was more efficient with the ball. He had 73% completion or something stupid for most of the year. And
we didn't have the vertical game.
We had no vertical game.
None.
We had none. I expected That's what I expected there to be much more.
Yes.
Play action.
I'll be honest.
Field than we had. Very little.
It seemed like after the Louisville game with those 4 deep ball like 3 of them were intercepted. They just got gun shy after that game. I don't know whether it was an arm issue or what, but his arm was like my voice, not strong enough.
Yeah, and that was one of the questions. Listen, his Georgia tape, I said this is going to be the second strongest arm because that his arm was thrown off the pop. It
doesn't look the same to me.
It doesn't look the same. It doesn't. But like I said, $4 million for $4 million. Here's the reality. Could you expect
great
more?
Return on investment?
Gotcha. Yeah, you got what?
But the return on the investment,
$23 million.
Yeah. Was the smartest $4 million to spend because he got you there. So we just did it. And like I said, it's one of those, it's such a difficult topic.
I would have rather, and this is always kind of the debate, right? I would have rather lost by 30 than to be in that position and be that close and lose it. I'd have rather gotten our asses kicked. That's just me. That's because then I'm like, fuck. I mean, whatever.
No. They did that to everybody. Chance. Yeah, they did that to everybody.
We had no chance. But to be this close that's what rips me up about it, because you don't know when you're going to be this close again.
Well,
we thought we were going to be this close every single year after 2002, and it took us a quarter of a century to get back here.
So a couple of little tidbits here. The interception we're talking about, Jamari Sharp, you know who his uncle is?
Yeah.
Glenn Sharp, defensive pass interference in Ohio State in the end zone. After that, I don't know. I'm just going to say that I will always, in this situation, I believe whatever Mark Fletcher is saying in terms of the Tyreek Tucker deal.
I don't know exactly what he has said or what was said. I know the speculation, and I saw what Rumpf said.
Rumpf came out, and apparently Fletcher had told his family that immediately afterwards, and he went to the sidelines. So
listen, and I want to sit there and say Indiana fans, for the most part, didn't really have too many big things with them. They came down. You won your first national championship. You're a remarkable Cinderella story. Congratulations. You have a great coach. Tip my cap. Everybody was cool. They kind of stayed in their lane. I really didn't have bad interactions, but I walked out. As we walked out, we just lost a national championship, and some guy that looked like it kind of nicked him a little bit, if you get the reference, looks at me and just goes like this. And I just looked at him and went like this, right? Hey, look, I wasn't going to say anything. You said something to me. I reacted. Mark Fletcher, you turn around, you win a national championship, and you mean to tell me this guy comes up and starts talking about his dead dad? What do you want him to do? I'd be more mad at Mark Fletcher if I heard that and he didn't punch you in the mouth. It comes down to that, dude. You don't bring that up. I mean, if that's what he said, and I believe it, because Mark Fletcher's not that dude. Mark Fletcher can't be the guy that's waiting to shake Fernando Mendoza's hand like a perfect consummate gentleman and punch somebody in the mouth. He's either extremely bipolar, he's not, or you said something so egregiously bad against a man, and that's his father, dude. That's his dad. He's no longer with him. He wanted everything in his power to win that game for his dad. He had cleats underneath with his dad's face on it. That's how much his dad means to him, still does. And you come up and make a comment, bro, I would have popped your jaw right off, dude. You would have been, and you ran away like a little bitch. You said something about his dead dad got popped and ran away and said, ring me. I would have chased you down. Oh, it would have been, they would have had to peel the whole stadium off me. That's how disrespectful it was. Oh my God, you don't say that. Win the ring. We applaud that. Hey, get the hell out of here. Like, don't say anything about his dad, you douche.
After the game, our man Eric McLean had this to say about the Canes.
But we are about to see a decade of dominance from the Miami Hurricanes. The way that they have built this team, the way that it's built to last, the support that they have externally, internally, it's truly amazing to watch what Miami is able to do. And these guys, and they'll be right back in this game sooner than later.
I'm a big fan of his.
Huge fan of his.
He would know.
Yep.
His
he also got audio from Mario right afterwards in the tunnel.
What did you say to your team in the locker room just now?
I mean, there's a lot, you probably really can't share all of it, but that's a really resilient, tough, just really special group of human beings. They've been elite competitors. They've been the best thing that's happened to the University of Miami and the community in 25 years. I mean, I'm really kind of at a loss for words. It was, let's just say that it's very real. We let one slip away. credit to Indiana, great football team. Really a tremendous amount of respect for them. But our guys never stopped battling. Resiliency was awesome, like always. And at the end, we had a turnover.
I just hope that continues, that resiliency in the locker room next year.
Yeah, I mean, I said, I tweeted out, I'm going to miss a lot of guys on this team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There were a lot of personalities on this team that were infectious, and they were all different. I mean, from Jacoby Thomas, who's a complete lunatic, right? Which, I mean, he's just awesome to watch him be around. He's nuts. And then you've got Keontae, who's resurrected his entire career in the game of football. And then you have Bain, who's the uncle that you never talk back to, or you get sent to the core of the earth. And then you have Messidor, who's the consummate gentleman. It's you have all these, who's the and jokester. Then Inez, who's the jokester, but he steps on your face. There's so many different personalities that melded so well together that it's like a team. Like he says, it is the best. These guys are the best thing to happen down here for football fans anyway, in a quarter century. It's truly spectacular. I'm going to miss those guys. So many of them are going to be playing on Sundays, which is going to be awesome.
Yep.
Right. There's a lot more to root for and a lot more to watch on NFL now, which is going to be great because the NFL sucks as a whole anyway. So at least we have some people to watch moving forward here.
Resilient is the term. They were a very, very resilient bunch. Even when they had a blocked punt in a national championship, they didn't blink. They come back, they score. I think what I'm very happy to see Mario's culture start to take effect. Mario Ball has always had this kind of bad connotation at times, but now you see Mario Ball when it's at its peak. And Mario Ball stands for resiliency, tough, violence, and it really puts you in a spot where even Indiana was like, that was a war. Miami comes in with this interior presence in the trenches that we are going to physically dominate you. And I think that's going to translate in perpetuity. I think that's going to continuously give Miami what it needs. That's the heartbeat. That's the guts. That's the calling that it has. That's what Mario Ball is. Signetti is like Professor X. He's got the call before you have the call. It's about, mind control. It's this. And let's be honest, if you don't have Fernando Mendoza being that perfect on outside back shoulder balls, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be tough to replicate that. But I still have the biggest admiration in the world for what he did at Indiana. But I just need to applaud Mario because I think that's a sustainability aspect. You get the talent, you build it there, you get enough explosives, and you make it work. And I think EMAC is right. I don't know because the 20 plus years behind this, you know how hard it is to get to this moment. You know how long we waited to get to this moment. You know how bad we didn't want to waste this opportunity. But boys, let me ask you and turn it back. You know how Mario is. How much more incessant is he going to be to get back here?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was watching him because he's already out recruiting, right? And I thought about that today and you think he wanted it bad before. How much more bad does he want it now? I thought the same thing 3 hours ago, which is he is going to be such a pain in the ass.
Okay.
Do you think so or no?
Yeah, I got another question for you guys because we'll do it by raising hands. The Georgia Tech thing was the Georgia Tech thing. That's the only reason why I brought it up because we said that was like a criminal offense. But by a show of hands, us Orange Bowl boys, Jenners, you could do it from behind the curtain too. When have you ever, did you raise your hand if you ever said, we think Mario is not the guy and should be fired? Raise your hand if you've ever said that in the time he's been here. Okay, nobody raised his hand. You want to know why we didn't raise our hand back at Georgia Tech or before that or Middle Tennessee State? Because we knew this would happen. We knew it. It's not a fluke. He's a leader amongst men. He can amass a massive amount of talent. He's a driven human being. And we never were the guys to say, no, you got to fire Mario. Never. Never. And this is why. Because we were one drive away. We were essentially one play away from winning a national championship. And he's going to work harder to get there. We know it. Everybody knows it.
Listen, as we said, 13-3, program record for most wins in a season. Mario now 35-19 at Miami, but 23-6 over the last 2 seasons. As I said, foundation is laid. You got to think the culture is installed. You reload every year, and we're going to find out because you're losing 4 starters on the offensive line now. Bell's going to the NFL. Mauanoa's going to the NFL. Cooper's going to the NFL. Brock Meyer's gone. So you got an in-house center. It looks like 3 candidates. Just so you know, Frankenvia is not in the portal. But who is it? Kinsler is. Tommy Kinsler. Yeah. So in the portal today was Artavius Jones, Emery, Kinsler, Plaz. So 2 offensive linemen are in. Wallace and Bobby Washington also is in. Emery and Ray both going to ECU.
Malik Bryant is also in as of a couple hours ago.
Okay. So let me ask you this. In honor of our friends at Underdog, higher or lower? 3 years for a natty.
Lower.
Really? Even with the playoff format of maybe having to win 5 games, like it is such a process now just to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Lower.
Okay.
I think.
It goes back to what Frank just told you, or what's his name? Rowe. What Rowe just told you.
Same guy.
In my opinion, I think it's he's recruiting. We've said this for a long time, right? Recruiting as a general consensus, if you have any sort of fucking personality, is not hard, right? It's not hard. Now it's different now. It's different now with all the money. But ultimately, if you suck, it's an easy pitch. You're just dealing with the fact that the team's not very good. If you're great, it's an easy pitch. Be the next great. If you're 1 play away, you know how easy that pitch is? You know how easy that is to say, you're the guy. You're the one that I need at this position over and over and over again. I think it's less than 3 years. I do. And if it happens to fall on Mensa, if that ever gets worked out, I think this offense is going to be lightning in a bottle next year. And if it happens to fall on the fact that you got to rely on either Luke Nickel or Darion Coleman, I think Darion Coleman is an absolute superstar in the making. So we'll look. I'm very high. Let's put this. I'm very high on this team in perpetuity, as Rowe told you, moving forward year over year.
So for the Mensa thing, he is in the portal. He's going to stay there for a while. I went into Chat GTP because if it's good enough for Morgan and Morgan, it's good enough for the OBB. Yeah. So basically,
you have to spell it properly, though.
Well, yeah. What is it? What did I say?
It's Chat GPT, but you said Chat GTP, I think.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right. Well, GPT, whatever.
I didn't even catch it because I'm so dyslexic. Exactly. It sounded normal to me.
But basically, as it stands, it's saying that, listen, this thing's going to go to arbitration because that was what's said in the contract. The arbitrator will then rule whether or not this whole thing was valid. And if they say it is, that's when they start talking money. And at some point, it won't be a buyout because that's not the legal term for it. It's something else. But in essence, for laymen, it's going to be a buyout.
Sure.
And what that number is, it'll probably be $4 to $5 million for Duke. It will not come from Miami directly for legal purposes. I guess it's got to go through Mensa to Duke directly. But however that works out. And so I'm anticipating that he'll be our quarterback. And if he isn't, then it's going to be quite an interesting 2 4-stars battling it out in a true freshman.
Well, yeah, but back to the Mensa thing. Like, if you were look, if
they're not going to force him,
you can't force him because you know why? Because then he's an employee. You can't do that. They're not employees.
Right. And you also don't want to force him to be in the locker room. That's
NCAA
like stop.
And CFP and everybody else. They're not employees. So you can't force him to stay there for pay because he would be an employee and everything would be screwed. Right. The whole system, if you will, comes crashing down.
Now, listen, Washington
that'll never happen.
Damon Williams to come back. Do you think Duke could talk Mensa into coming back and have it be cool in the locker room?
Well, so Mensa has wanted to be at Miami, though, correct?
Yes, that's Barry Jackson made that clear. Yeah, Barry Jackson made that clear. The Washington case, that got thrown out there because it was similar, but it wasn't because he wanted to come back to Washington, obviously flirted, I had a hall pass, had a boys' night out, and decided, he likes it better at home. From all reports, and you got to look at Emery. Emery is now gone too. Would they have let Emery walk out the door if they really were concerned? Yeah, exactly. So that's what would Duke think? Duke's trying to go into the portal to get a quarterback right now. That's true.
No, it's a matter of time. It's going to be timing. He may not be able to get here by the spring.
What's cool?
We had this kind of thing.
We had last
Xavier
year,
Lucas.
this year, this year.
Well, that's what I was going to say. The U is now far and away the leader in active NIL tampering cases on various court dockets, and that's awesome.
Yeah,
they're the only ones that have to deal with this bullshit.
That's what I'm saying. It's freaking great.
I mean, other teams are doing it. I saw some of the legal things, and like you, I mean, using Grok, to go ahead and throw things in there, and it was like Duke put in there too because the timing of it. They're like he did it with a way that Duke couldn't really protect their assets. But I'm just like, dude, that's such a weak argument because it's like a teacher telling me, yeah, you'll have till Friday to turn it in. I turn it in on Thursday, right before the Friday, and they're like, no, it's still not good enough, and I'm gonna go ahead and sue you.
Right?
You can't. The NIL things, and by the way, the NIL thing from Duke expires 2026, and I'm just thinking outside the box. I'm like, all right, cool. We'll put money in a trust account. It's live to you once that, and then all the money goes to you anyways. Can you defer some of your contract like Shohei Ohtani? We'll be all right.
It'll be a settlement. It's not going to be a buyout or payout. It's a settlement. It's a court case.
Yeah.
So it's now gone into, the dockets, and it'll be a settlement as it stands. I fully expect him to be here. But if he's not here by spring, personally, I have zero problem with that. Because I want to see Darian Coleman. That's right. I want to see Darian Coleman and Luke Nickel sling it for. I really do.
Which springs into
is Darian on campus yet?
Huh?
Is he on campus?
Yeah. He practiced with them for the for the Natty. Yeah. I want to see that. He brings an entirely different dimension to this offense.
Boys.
Yes.
Mensa's not running the ball, by the way.
I don't know.
So anyone who has a misconception of him being a mobile guy, no different than Carson Beck.
It seems to me as the conversation has shifted. Am I wrong here in thinking we're buying some season tickets right here? Is that what's going on? Like we're talking about Mensa, we're talking about what the roster's going to look moving forward. We're going to did we just do that?
Yeah, we've transitioned.
Well, I think we've transitioned.
I moved on.
Listen, I have not. I don't know about you guys. I have not watched any ESPN.
Nothing
since the game. I have not listened to any podcasts recapping any of this nonsense.
I don't do that anyway.
I'm not watching the game again. That was it, dude. That's as much as
I didn't want to do the recap for this show, but my producer gave me a third degree.
That's true. He did give you a third degree.
So passive aggressive. It was amazing.
I don't even watch. I'll see. I'll see.
Y'all want to
recap
run Stanford, but not the national championship game. Okay.
Well, you know what? Hey,
sure.
Hey,
there's balance.
It's heartbreaking.
Jesus,
generous. But even
he gave me the Jesus bomb too. I caught that too. Oh my goodness, I'm getting Jenner bombed left and right.
Fletcher's run keeps popping up on my feed, and I go right past it.
Yeah,
I can't even watch the good parts of the game.
Got to 21 miles an hour.
He was flying, bro.
Yeah, 21 miles an hour. That made him. I knew. Money.
So from my angle, what was that, like a 53 yards? So he was going directly. He took that handoff, and as soon as I saw him take 3 steps at full speed, I'm like, he's gone. I'm like, he sees something, and I knew it that quick. And he was right around the corner. I was like, motherfucker.
I see something too. Do you know what I see?
Yeah.
I see a perfectly good roof.
It was fun hanging with them during Pitbull.
Oh, yeah. We get to hang with them for an hour. It was great.
Yeah.
Perfect ambassadors for the University of Miami Hurricanes and all programs, if you're willing. And listen, and a perfect ambassador for us. And we love being partners with Paul Bainge Roofing. You know the number. It's 981-ROOF. 561-954-305. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter! They'll perfectly slide the protection, and they will never miss a block. And those are your boys. So, 981-ROOF, y'all. And what's his name, Scoopy?
Paul.
And what do you do with Paul?
You give Paul a call.
Bainge. Cue the club music. Bainge. Okay, good.
Rapid Auto Lease. If you need a car, you need to call 954-931-6912 like Scoop did and get yourself a ride.
Quickly. Who wants
Normally
to
Scoop will
hassle?
start talking about it.
Yeah, no, I was in the middle of something. My apologies. But yes, look, I don't do many of these spots, right? The boys do them. But I'm doing this spot because it's a personal experience for me. Drew, I need a car, right? True story. I sold my other one. I need a car. I didn't like it right now. And the car I wanted was at a different place that he usually deals with. And he's like, no problem. I'll have my guys call down to those guys and get that car up to my guys, and we'll get it taken care of. And he did it. And I did the application online that he emailed to me. Click a link, right? 2 days later, car, driveway. I've told you the story. If you haven't heard the story, the car was driven to my house by a delivery person, parked in my driveway. Steph says, what is that? I said, that's the new car. She goes, what new car? Whose new car? My new car. How'd you get that here? Well, Drew had it delivered. She knows Drew. The easiest purchasing of a car I've ever done in my entire existence. Totally brilliant. They did like $18 million in cars last year in 2025. Call them, ask them, message us, whatever you need. We'll connect you with Drew. They will get you on the road in a new car. And I think they like beat all the dealer stuff. It cuts out. They finagle for you. You don't have to go to the dealer. You don't have to leave the dealer because they're talking shit and it's priced too high. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. They'll take care of it for you and you get your new car.
MiamiHGS.com. If you still want to get some commemorative stuff from the college football playoff run that Miami just went on, you can do so. OBB25 is going to be your promo code to get 20% off. And they got a bunch of stuff on the site right now. And also, I will tell you this, that our dear friend Beating the Bookie is the Australian Open. And, well, he's picking up where he left off with tennis last year.
Bang.
Yeah, I saw he won like all kinds of stuff the other day, right?
Mm-hmm. He's also killed the Sony Open last week.
Hey, first round leader. We told you about this last week. He's going to have some first round leaders for you for the year.
60-1.
First tournament, first round leader hits. And I mean, that was kind of stupid.
Yeah. And he killed an Indiana fan who sells trailers. Follow him.
Got the Amex this week.
I saw there's a Max play in the Amex this week. And Novak finally, man, get back to work already. Novak in the field at the Amex out at La Quinta. Yeah, so beatingthebookie.com is where you get all the packages.
La Quinta.
La Quinta.
Oh, that's
that would be a Max. Nice.
Yes, I haven't looked at it yet.
Beautiful.
So that's where you get your free plays at Beating the Bookie, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok.
Very nice. Very nice.
Do it.
All right, boys. So on a scale of 1 to 10 right now, just in general, how optimistic are you for the next 10 years?
What? I just told you, 10. In what? Life?
No, man, for the Miami football program.
Oh.
10. Oh, man, let's put it this way. What would you, all right, over, let's do higher or lower again. Next 10 years.
Over. Higher.
5 ACC titles.
Ooh.
Lower.
We might win more national championships.
Over the next 10 years.
5 national championships. I said 5. If you gave me a choice between 5 national championships or 5 ACC titles, I'd take the 5 natties as more likely.
Of course.
Yeah.
But if Eric says we're about to go on a decade of dominance in the ACC, you got to think that's at least a handful of ACC titles.
I think if you get Darian Mensah down here, and we'll see how it looks after the spring portal opens back up, because I still think we have one of those, right? I'm pretty sure.
No. There's no more portal. This is it.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Done.
All right. So you get Darian Mensah down here, and he just won an ACC. He's going to be the first back-to-back quarterback to win back-to-back.
For 2 separate teams.
Yes. You can bank that. He's like, oh, I know what to do here. This is ACC championship game. I got you. This is small potatoes. Exactly. So he's your quarterback. I think we win an ACC championship next year. I mean, personally, I'm like, all right, let's go 10-2 again, win the right 2, lose the right 2, win the ACC championship. You're 11-2. You're back in the playoffs.
No, I think if we to take one thing away from this year, The margin of error for losses is 1. To still control your own destiny.
Oh, no, Toast, no, listen. If the University of Miami Hurricanes were 10-2, but were allowed to go into the ACC championship game and win, they would have been 11-2. There's 2 losses. Yeah. So hear me out. I agree with you. But this is where I will say I want to add to the formulation here. You can lose one, but if you win the ACC championship game, they net out.
Yes,
right?
correct. Yes.
So you're right. You're absolutely right. But they're not leaving the University of Miami after getting into the playoffs, after doing what they did, because there's brand recognition and brand and a brand recency. Right? It's not like, oh, we know what Miami are going to do. They're going to fold. They're like, no, Miami was 1 play away from the national championship. And I know the Notre Dame thing, but we have an advantage. The tiebreaker rules are going to get fixed if we were.
And we're assuming. Listen, Ro, with all due respect, we are assuming that the ACC and Jim Phillips are going to come up with normal playoff tiebreaker rules, and that's not a guarantee.
No, I honestly think they're going to use like a CFP ranking to be ahead of that. So. And that's going to benefit Miami in a tiebreaker scenario. I think that you're going to see that moving forward.
All the preseason polls have us basically between number 5 and number 9 is what I'm seeing for next year. I mean, listen, a lot of turnover as we said, the offensive and defensive
but that
line.
changes. Mensa solidifies that.
Mensa was the number 2 quarterback behind Fernando Mendoza. That's true.
They're top 5 team.
Yeah.
They're top 5 team. Yeah. Preseason, right. which is look, the preseason stuff is a big deal, as it shouldn't be. Mm-hmm. It shouldn't be, but it is.
But listen, we got a November 7th road game in South Bend this year. That's going to be, late season game on the road.
But it doesn't matter. We can lose that game. Team. We can lose that game and not drop it all. Notre Dame didn't. So there you go. It's just the one to lose. You can't lose that game.
I think I've exhausted all of my time killing. I got nothing else. I think we got to hand this over to Ro.
Well, I got one more thing for you.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. The final season records for picks.
Oh.
Now, y'all picked Miami, but they covered.
Yeah.
So y'all get the W.
I won money.
So final season. Rowe comes in third, 47-54. 7 games back of Scoop, who finishes second at 54-47, and Toast closes out the year 2 games up, 56-45.
So Rowe has to get another vasectomy?
How's that work?
Is that how
he's got to reverse it?
No. You got to reverse it and get another one. Yeah, let's reverse it. Yeah, okay.
Or it needs to get another bulldog, one of the two.
Very nice.
That's like getting a vasectomy.
I think I actually picked the score correctly, but the wrong teams.
Did you?
You were
I had 27-20. Oh, I had 24-21? Oh, I thought 27-21.
Okay. Damn. It's a damn good time, man.
We pick in the neighborhood, though.
We pick up Clemson next year.
We got a schedule.
Florida A&M, Central Michigan. No, we don't play SMU.
Oh, we don't? Oh, we don't have to face Tyler Van Dyke?
Nope. Florida A&M, so far on the schedule, the only dates confirmed, September 12th, Florida A&M, September 26th, Central Michigan. November 7th, we're playing the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, and here's our ACC schedule. We have the Clemson Tigers. We have the Boston College Eagles, who've been downtrodden. Duke Blue Devils without Mensa. Florida State Seminoles, we know how they're going to be. Pitt is at home. That's good. Virginia Tech is at home. We get to play Bill Belichick. All right, let's go. Stanford at Stanford and Wake. Other than Clemson and Notre Dame, it's a very easy schedule, boys.
We'll see. One of those schools is going to step up there.
Yeah, but so can we.
Not anymore.
No, yeah.
We know what they're doing.
Not to our level.
We're not losing these anymore.
It's a machine now. Yeah, I mean, I expect undefeated ACC seasons now. Maybe one loss against a Clemson or a top-ranked foe, which we won't have this year. No Louisville.
That's going to be an awesome game because it's at Memorial Stadium in Clemson. Mm-hmm. It's at Memorial Stadium.
Nah, we'll kick their ass.
What?
I bet you Eric McLean's wearing a Miami shirt for that one.
We'll have him on that week for sure.
You said all we got to do is ask.
I think we should have him on next week. To be honest with you, I think I needed a week to heal before we get him back. But I need more positivity from him on this.
You don't want to hold off until like the spring game in 2 weeks?
Absolutely not. 2 weeks.
This is the great thing about playing so late in January,
it's
bro.
So stupid. It's literally spring games. Yeah. Spring starts in 6 weeks.
Yeah, signing day, official signing day is what, like 14 days away or whatever?
Unbelievable.
So we're about to transition fully, right? You're about to give me the mic for 5 questions?
Just so y'all know, there had been an executive decision had been made. Not only was there a T-shirt none of you are ever going to see in case we can run that, but this segment was going to change to 6 questions.
It was.
Yeah, and I already had the format too.
Yeah,
but before we finally go into 5 questions, I just want something to say. To the University of Miami Hurricanes who just played for the national championship, thank you. Thank you on behalf of the Orange Bowl boys. Yeah, we could get critical. We could say some things. We're kind of persona non grata sometimes, but thank you. Thank you for a wonderful experience. Thank you for being back in the limelight. I agree with Mario. I don't think we need to talk about ever being back. I don't think that's going to be achievable and sustainable, but your history that you set yesterday and what you were able to accomplish, or 2 days ago, remarkable. Thank you to the fans. We met at the game, took a lot of pictures with you guys, a lot of love. We appreciate you. One of the final comments we got as we were leaving the stadium was, please, guys, continue to do what we got to do, because Scoop threatened with shutting us down if we won. I don't think we're going anywhere anytime soon. You never know. But thank you. I just want I know we're going into the off season now, but that was a season I'll always remember. One play, one short. Sun rises in the east, sets in the west, and your Miami Hurricanes will be just fine.
It was spectacular, man.
It was great.
Come on.
I had the last 6 weeks have been so much damn fun. And usually it's all about the show. And the last 6 weeks haven't been. It's been great, but to be able to experience what we've experienced outside of this is just amazing. And look, for the 3 of us, and Jenners, I wish you were there, to be quite honest with you. For the 3 of us to be at that game with our families was something that we'll never forget. Nope. And hopefully we get to do it again. Not here. Maybe next time we'll get to travel and do it. But to have a group photo, that's right. Jenners will be there. But to have a group photo with us and our families in front of that stadium for that natty, bro, I'm gonna put that shit on my wall, man. That was epic for me.
And I will also add in, for those of you and other fan bases that have asked, I will say it right now. Is the U back? I say yes, the U is back, because we're now going to be relevant in the conversation for the playoff and for a natty every single year. So, yeah, I mean, that's back for me. We will be in the conversation from the week 1 all the way until week 13.
Mm-hmm. Let's go, boys.
Let's go. All right. Whenever you want to do this.
5 questions.
I'm coming in hot just like a fajita, but give me an example of something that is suspiciously nice.
Canadians.
Yeah, that's hot. That is definitely hot.
I was gonna say the first thing, and honestly, I've never been there, never been one. But I was gonna say a massage parlor receptionist.
I'm gonna say priests.
Oh no.
Bravo, sir.
I will tell you the reason why the genesis of this question, because I had a conversation with a friend and it was the first time I've ever heard the term suspiciously nice. And I had to use it in a question because I had the opportunity to be in an Auburn bookstore. And I swear to you, the people in that town are suspiciously nice. I don't know what secrets and where the bodies are buried, but they are suspiciously nice. And that's question number 1. Question number 2. What industry collapses immediately if people are incapable of lying? I mean, the obvious one is politics. And I know that's not necessarily an industry, but politics, as you know it, would collapse immediately if people were incapable of lying.
I'll go massage parlors.
We're back there.
Oh, my goodness. It's this new Hillary Clinton. Massage parlors. All right. Oh my goodness, I know a couple other questions. Oh my goodness. Oh, what industry collapses?
You guys didn't want to bring the segment back. Come on.
I
think we need to do 6 questions anyway.
Well, 6 questions was going to be true false, so maybe I can come up with one real quick.
What's the question?
What industry collapses immediately if people were incapable of lying?
Oil and lube shops like Jiffy Lube.
Oh, great answer. Great answer. Ding!
Yeah. Where's the...
Bro, you need a new one of these. You need a new one of these. This filter's dirty. This filter needs to be clean.
Bro, the air filter's always dirty.
Always.
Oh,
I just got a new air filter. Well, I guess it was fucked up.
Yeah, of course, guys.
They give you a used one?
Oh, that's a great answer. Yeah.
And your destroyed voice is lending to the character.
Yeah. Sure it is. Great.
Yeah. Yeah. I was thinking the whole legal counsel firm. Pretty much everything legal would collapse, right?
Yeah.
Lawyers are just lying through your teeth constantly.
Yeah, that's their job, to pay to lie. All right, question number 3, being funny. What do you think is on the dark side of the moon? I know why Scoop's laughing. For me, I made this question as soon my first answer when I was like, "What's a dildo shop?" It's where they're getting those highlighted green dildos to throw on WNBA courts. That's where they're made.
Oh man,
that's the factory.
I had Mei Ling.
Oh no, she's at the massage. She's the massage receptionist. Jenners doesn't know Mei Ling.
A massage receptionist on the dark side of the moon.
Yeah.
A massage receptionist named Mei Ling. Yes. Oh my goodness. What season was that?
Hold on. It's a true story. I get emails from, I have a lot of general emails from agents about properties and this and that, whatever. And maybe once a week or once every other week, I get an email from a Mei Ling. True story. No, I'll screenshot it next time.
All right, please do.
Hold on.
I need answers from 2 of you.
I'm going to look it up and see if it's in there.
Being funny, what do you think is on the dark side of the moon?
I'm going to go with a Starbucks.
I was going to say Waffle House.
Oh, yeah.
It's got to be a Waffle House in the dark side of the moon, right?
Yeah. It's Southern land.
Outside smoking a cigarette.
All right, let's get deep with this one. What do you think was the greatest scene in TV show history?
Wow.
Uh-huh.
TV show history.
Yeah, not movie, TV show.
I'm trying to think of a specific moment from Breaking Bad, but I feel like there were a lot in Breaking Bad.
I'm trying to think of a specific moment from 24, but I think there was a bunch.
I see it. He's got Mei Ling. He was Mei Ling hunting.
Mei Ling. God. Scoops Mei Ling.
Mei Ling. Oh my God.
I searched it in my email. There it is.
I'm about to say something that I know is a potential show title.
Do it.
I missed the question.
Hold on, because I don't want to forget. I'm like watching Scoop. I'm like, he's Mei Ling hunting right now. And I'm like, good Mei Ling hunting.
Good Mei Ling hunting.
It's a good one. I did write down a massage receptionist on the dark side of the moon as well. So that's in there too.
Good Mei Ling hunting.
That's a very good first title for an off-season episode.
Good Mei Ling hunting. All right, so we got that. Okay, greatest scene. Question 4. Greatest scene in TV show history. I know. I said it. You got the same face. Yeah, greatest scene. What do you think it is in TV show history?
I mean, this could take me days.
Oh, man. The sentimental value of seeing Luke in season 2 of The Mandalorian
Damn,
was
you stole mine.
No, but you can have it. You can have it.
No, it's that good.
Yeah, I mean, when you want to talk about getting the feels of your 10-year-old self in like a 40-year-old body,
I shouted. Yeah.
Oh my goodness! And it was like, who is it?
Dude, it was nerdy.
It was amazing.
It was nerdy's against, but I was just like, no, oh, dude, I freaked out.
But
oh no,
I got the
do the sound again.
It was not.
He sounds like his O face. Is that your O face?
No, he sounds asthmatic. He sounds asthmatic. What are you talking about? How do you give him some albuterol?
Well, I am a Star Wars fan, so I mean, come on.
I got some in the back. But I want to say, okay, that's your 1A, but my 1B to that too, because that's up there for me. I want to tell you, it's when Arya Stark killed like the Night King. Like that was savage, bro. When she kills him, I was like, oh, and how she did it because he had her by the throat. And I'm like, oh no, he's gonna kill her. And then she just goes, whoop, whoop. And I'm like, oh, he killed her. Oh my God, she killed. Oh, it was amazing. To me, that's the greatest.
I didn't see either of the scenes you're talking about.
It's okay.
So I'm going to go by a scene that got crazy press.
What?
Last scene of The Sopranos.
Oh, the cliffhanger, huh?
The cut to black.
Ooh. What do you think
is
about
so pissed already? He's already pissed off.
I hate you. I never want to talk about this again. This is the worst ending to a television show ever.
But I think it was perfect, though.
Oh, it was perfect. I needed closure. I got no closure. David Chase has come out and said, well, you're never going to get closure. And I'm like, yeah, thank you. Screw you too, buddy. Yeah.
What do you think would have happened? Do you think he killed him?
Well, I think Tony got shot.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that moment of black is where, because the whole story is about from Tony's perspective, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So the minute that goes black, Tony's story's over. The show's over.
I like it. Yeah, he got shot.
Huh?
Greatest TV show and no Scoopy. I need an answer.
I mean,
he doesn't watch TV.
I mean,
he's gonna say like Ross and Rachel.
Yeah, something like that. There are a number of scenes.
Oh, remember the time Dr. Huxtable spiked the lady's drink?
That was definitely in the outtakes, Toast. That was not on the show.
There are. I'll give you my most surprising because I think best is really tough, right? I mean, there's just so many. My most surprising, and it was because it was semi-recent that I can remember. And there's a lot of scenes from the first True Detective that I would say I thought were the greatest scenes in the history of TV. But the most surprising scene, which maybe it's the best for me, was in Ozark when the drug kingpin ends up assassinating his attorney.
Mm-hmm. Right in front of them.
Right in front of them.
Yeah. That's pretty good. Like brain matter.
And they had brain all over their face. Like it was the most shocked I've ever been.
And then he just smiles and like invites them in for coffee.
He's like, yeah. Okay.
Crazy.
Like it was so unexpected and so surprising and so fucking fantastic all at the same time.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Last question in the box, boys. Welcome back. But what company has the absolute worst logo?
Ooh. What do you got? I can't go first.
No. The NCAA. No, I don't know.
It's just an NCAA.
It's not even a logo.
I will tell you because I know it's the Truck Stop Hall of Fame, but their logo is terrible, and that's Buc-ee's.
Bucky the Beaver? I mean, come on.
No.
It's a beaver.
It's a beaver. Did you ever look at this beaver?
Nice beaver.
Nice bever. Thanks.
I
just had it stuffed.
Dude. He hit a couple branches on the way down, this beaver.
Yeah.
He's a little,
Not the brightest beaver in the bushel.
No,
it
not even close. I'm like, you want to talk to me like this is the best truck stop. This is the best gas station. I mean, it's Mecca. This thing is huge. It has like high-end level things you can buy in Buc-ee's. And then that's your logo? Buc-ee's.
Oh, I got one.
What do you got?
I got one. I would say the Cracker Barrel logo, the one that they changed.
Oh, the redesign?
Like 45 seconds and then went back to the original one.
People here were pissed.
Of course. Man.
That was not a good decision.
Y'all don't mess with Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
They changed it right back the next day.
Yeah.
The next day. They tried to go woke and got smacked in the fucking face, and they went right back to where they came from. I was just about to say
that you had somebody come out with a meme when the president comes out and says, "Make Cracker Barrel great again." You kind of have no shot at that one. Oh my goodness! When you talk about read the room, that was somebody not reading the entire Cracker Barrel universe right there.
Jaguar didn't do a very good job either. They still a company?
Jaguar.
They messed that up pretty good.
Yeah,
I just thought of another one. Walmart.
Oh, the new Walmart?
Yeah, well, it just doesn't. There's like nothing to it.
Do you know how much they probably
I don't even know what the logo is.
Oh, it's like it's exactly. They used to have an old school logo. Now it's just I don't even know.
Star. Is it like a yellow star?
It's like a yellow star. And if you don't know it's Walmart,
you know how much they probably
paid
a company? You know how much they probably paid a company to develop that logo?
There's no
I got one for you.
Oh yeah, that star. Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Look, I got a logo one for you. The new Dolphins logo.
Oh, that is great answer.
Just a piece of just generic garbage.
Do you know what makes it terrible?
The Dolphins or the logo?
Well, the logo looks like it belongs on a local mass transit system.
Yeah. It's the tail. Why did the tail have to go up? The tail has always been down, Dolphins. Like your tail has been up.
Because they want to have fins up. Remember? Fins up. Yeah.
Why is the tail up? The fin's naturally going to be up. It's on Viagra. It's fine. It's like in perpetual state. It's fins up, baby. Like you turn around and you have a tail. Like put the tail down. Next time you look at the new modern Dolphin logo, think about it with the tail down. Now, you guys all had the wrong answer. I set you up for a trap because the absolute worst logo for any company is the Florida State Seminoles. And that's 5 questions. Bitches and boys. I stole your line there, Toast.
All right.
All right. What are we naming this?
We can probably get back to saying that these days.
Yeah, bitches and boys.
Bitches and boys and not get in trouble for it.
No, you can get that out.
Right?
Yeah.
Like the good old days.
The good old days.
Yeah.
We saw John Michaels out there.
Did you run into John? Okay. Yeah, he's still not back at work.
Oh, okay.
He's still not.
He got a picture with us, and he said, if I don't get a picture with the Orangeville boys, Jenners will fucking kill me when I get back to the station.
This is the truth. Because he said he was going. I said, you find him.
First time I walked up to him, gave him a hug, he didn't know who I was. And then 10 minutes later, he realized who I was and came up and gave me another hug.
Oh, okay. Well, he talks about it like your best friend. So.
Oh, and Ed Orgeron, man, just let us hang in.
He did.
No, he didn't. I got a picture with him.
No, you did. We tried to get a picture of the 4 of us, and he was like,
I started talking to him as him.
You did. I don't think he liked that.
Yeah. No,
his girl was there with him.
Yeah. That's why he took off.
Yeah, I don't care.
Russell Maryland was there.
Bro, I had a chance to shake Russell Maryland's hands, and I'm like, bro, those things were like cement blocks. Like cement. I've shaken many men's hands over the years, but that was different. I was like, what the? I even commented. I'm like, bro, you got like bear paws. He's like, I know.
We've had 2 number 1s, right? Him and Cam.
Yeah. He's savage.
All right. What are we naming this thing, boys?
All right, let's see. We've got. I got to throw this one out, but I wrote it down. Scoop. They're 2 different things, Tom. That's a me and Scoop inside joke before the show started.
So true.
It's true, Tom. I didn't want to sound like you. He was directing traffic. His arm was like my voice, not strong enough. Terrible. Chat GTP. That was good. Leading the league in NIL tampering.
True.
And then I just wrote down priests. A massage receptionist on the dark side of the moon.
I mean,
good Mei Ling hunting, and that beaver hit a few branches.
I mean, it's better than a few branches hit that beaver.
Yeah, that's true.
No one wants that. That's not.
No, this is not good.
Yeah. Especially after the fact. No, you don't.
Thoughts? Comments? Like the last 3 or 4.
Oh my goodness. It's the beaver hit a few branches did make me laugh. That
Yeah,
one
I
and
think
Priest.
beaver hit a few branches.
That and Priest just Priest made me chuckle too.
Priests. No, it's just priests.
Just priests.
Priests.
Sure. Why not?
That's funny.
Yeah, just put priests.
Just put priests.
And then when you get to it, this show, you'll be like, oh, okay. I get it. I get it. All right.
So that's it, kids. Off season is here. So we'll be
you're welcome.
We do have a new format Jenners and I were talking about, and we'll tell the other two OBBs about it after we get off the air here. So that'll be a fun conversation. But yeah, until next time, go Canes.
Go!